Well, not all Republicans were disappointing us in D.C. this week. Senator Jim Banks recently called a former worker at HHS a clown to his face. Take a look.
These are USA workers.
Hi, I was a worker at HHS. I was fired illegally on February 14th. There are many people who are not getting social service programs, especially people with disabilities. Are you going to do anything to stop what's happening?
You probably deserved it.
I deserved it?
You probably deserved it.
I deserved it.
Dude, that's
Wow.
so rude and sad.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Why did I deserve it?
Because you seem like a clown.
Okay, sir, you shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said that on camera. Actually, he should, because we are all having so much fun with it. And I love that they're like, oh, I was fired illegally from HHS. No, sir.
I mean, this is one of those serendipitous moments where the way this was shot, right? I mean, you couldn't script this any better if you're sitting there to try to make these people look like clowns. They shot that with the elevator closing. It's become a meme, and it really is just brilliant cinematography. Basically, it was a perfect sequence, right? So it was set up so well. And it gets Banks at his best.
I absolutely love that he put that as his new profile picture on X. And also on X, because this was such a fun moment, I had to pull everybody out there to see what you would want to see Senator Banks. Who do you want to see him roast next, right? It's Senate rivals, leftist legacy media, leftist influencers, or more government bureaucrats. So here are the results. More government bureaucrats coming in at 35%. This is actually a pretty decently weighted poll here. Senate rivals, followed by leftist legacy media and leftist influencers coming in fourth position. MP, your thoughts on what our viewers decided here, that they wanted to see more government bureaucrats roasted the most.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's pretty even. There's a lot of people who need to be roasted these days, and we want to see them roasted. But government bureaucrats right now, this is the DOGE order of the day, and straight into our veins. We want to hear more of the complaints and the tears. And drink them, because no one feels bad. This has been a long time coming. It's very needed, and it's our money being wasted. And there you just saw a U.S. senator, actually lay it out. I mean, I love Jim Banks. I've spent a little bit of time with Jim Banks. I think he's a great guy. I'm just so glad he's in the Senate. I liked him when he was in Congress. And it's so great, because he's usually pretty straightforward, Indiana guy who's not saying all kinds of crazy things. Like Senator Banks is pretty serious. He's not serious guy. He's not like an influencer type, right? He's not one of these people who like wants to be an influencer. But that right there was cold brilliance.
Well, I think that's why it works, right? Because then we do see more leftist tears, and he might actually get more because he didn't back down. Senator Banks actually refused to apologize in his latest video. Watch this.
The Democrats and the left-wing media have lost their minds because I told a left-wing activist in the halls of the Senate office buildings yesterday what I really thought. A clown is a clown who's chasing senators through the halls with a cell phone, complaining about losing a left-wing woke job in the federal government that should have never been a job to begin with. I won't back down. I won't apologize for it. I support President Trump and the DOGE effort 100% to cut wasteful spending and woke jobs out of the federal government, and we're just getting started.
Keep going, Jim Banks. Keep going. We all want to see everything with DOGE and Trump and everything get done. This is the mandate. That's what we want to see. So not only just from Senator Banks there, but also just other leaders, other people stepping up. We have seen this. It's kind of the Donald Trump effect, because he's unafraid to say anything. He is unapologetic, and now other Republicans are following suit.
Yeah, notice that Senator Banks is new, right? He's one of the new senators. He's one of the people who, when he was in Congress, authored the working class memo, the Republican Research Committee, to say we have to become the working class party. So this is a guy who's pretty serious about what he's doing. But what you see in the media in terms of leadership in public, in terms of the way you present yourself in the media and attack the other side, is its authenticity, right? So, but what do I mean by that? Everyone uses that word, be authentic to yourself. What I mean is you want to see someone in a moment that isn't crafted and scripted, right? You want to see someone in the moment that isn't just you reading something that your speechwriter wrote to an audience. An actor can do that. That's literally what they do. And in the old days of TV, right, it'd be like, I'm reading this, but I've memorized it, and now you think I've internalized it, but I can pay someone who has 3 brain cells but is really good at acting to do that. and they will seem like they are a president on TV, right? That was the televisual era. What digital has done is allow us to see these moments. And when you watch that, even though how well shot it is by the libtard is amazing, to me it almost looks like it's scripted. It's because it's not. And you see Banks in that moment, just call him a clown. You're like, I like this friggin' guy, and that's the essence of Donald Trump's media strategy, right? I mean, when you just see him walking around, you want to be with this guy. You love him. You love him when you see him just doing his thing.
It feels like a moment from like The Office or Parks and Rec or something to me. Like you're saying, it is so well scripted. That is what the liberals do well. They do television pretty well. I'll give that to them. But just looking through at the different leadership that we have coming up, right? We talk about JD Vance a lot on this show, and I've just loved the way that Trump has unleashed him. And allowed him to take center stage even when Donald Trump is in the room and doing things.
Yes, and so there you also have someone who is very articulate off the cuff. And look, let's be real. I'll get to the real magic of this. There's an Italian word, fancy word, sprezzatura, and that means an effortless grace. It means you are able to effortlessly be who you are, but it is practice, right? So remember, Donald Trump is so good when you just see him off camera in the reality TV space because he was a reality TV star for 10 years. JD Vance is exceptionally good at communication, so that in any circumstance, right, they have this sort of effortless way of speaking, and you see that they're comfortable in their own skin, and ultimately it is something that you have to possess internally. So that's what we're talking about, and that's the skill in the digital age, and that's what you see with Banks there, who's not trying to be Mr. Influencer, doesn't try to hog the camera, but you just look at him like, you're a friggin' clown, I mean, this is it. This is the way forward.
What's the Italian word again?
Sprezzatura.
Sprezzatura. When I was in Italy, I had to figure out what the word prego meant because they use it for everything. Oh, no, after you. Thank you. Your turn. Please go ahead. They use it in absolutely everything. But my favorite Italian word is gelato. We need more of that around. It's getting warmer outside here in Texas. We can do that. And we can do that with some good new leadership around. They would enjoy the old Italian ice cream. But it is Liberation Day, so I should probably go with something American-made today.
I think that eating gelato with effortless grace is a good idea. Just making it seem as if it's unpracticed because you're so comfy with it. I think that is really the key for media, though, because you can't fake this. These people have to be comfortable in their own skin.
How are you going to celebrate the rest of your Liberation Day?
I'm going to do more work for the American people to make Blaze great and better every day. And so I have plenty of work to do today. That's really all I'm going to do today. I'm going to try to go outside, though, just for a little bit.
It's going to rain in Dallas for the next few days, so you do have to get your steps in outside while you can and enjoy the weather while we're still here. But I just look at the rest of the week and what the Trump administration is doing. We need the people out there in Washington, D.C., like Steve Deace is saying. They have to join the party, you guys. You can't just go through and celebrate Liberation Day. You have to actually go out there and do the work for Donald Trump and the mandate.
Well, I mean, Liberation Day is a good example because a lot of these Republicans don't understand the tariffs. They were against them in the past. They can't reason in the context in which we are now, so they don't get it, and so they don't really believe it. But we do, and Liberation Day is real, and everyone will recognize it in the future.